Research methods may be understood as all those methods, techniques that are used for conducting research. Research methods or techniques, thus, refer to the methods the researchers use in performing research operations. In other words, all those methods which are used by the researcher during the course of studying his research problem are termed as research methods. Since the object of research is to arrive at a solution for a given problem, the available data and the unknown aspects of the problem have to be related to each other to make a solution possible. Keeping this in view, research methods can be put into the following three groups. 1. In the first group we include those methods which are concerned with the collection of data. These methods are used where the data already available are not sufficient to arrive at the required solution. 2. The second group consists of those statistical techniques which are used for establishing relationships between the data and the unknowns. 3. The third group consists of those statistical methods which are used to evaluate the accuracy of the results obtained. Research methods falling in the last two categories are generally taken as the analytical tools of research. Research methodology is a way to systematically solve a research problem. It may be understood as a science of studying how research is done scientifically. In it we study the various steps that are generally adopted by a researcher in studying his research problem along with the logic behind them. It is necessary for the researcher to know not only the research methods techniques but also the methodology. Researchers not only need to know how to develop certain indices or tests, how to calculate the mean, the mode, the median or the standard deviation, how to apply particular research techniques. But they also need to know which of these methods or techniques are relevant and which are not, and what would they mean and indicate and why. Researchers also need to understand the assumptions underlying various techniques, and they need to know the criteria by which they can decide that certain techniques and procedures will be applicable to certain problems and others will not. All this means that it is necessary for the researcher to design his methodology for his problem as the same may differ from problem to problem. For instance, an architect who designs a building has to consciously evaluate the basis of his decisions, i.e., he has to evaluate why and on what basis he selects particular size, number, and location of doors, windows, and ventilators, uses particular materials and not others, and the like. Similarly, in research the researcher has to expose the research decisions to evaluation before they are implemented. He has to specify very clearly and precisely what decisions he selects and why he selects them so that they can be evaluated by others also. When we talk of research methodology, we not only talk of the research methods but also consider the logic behind the methods we use in the context of our research study and explain why we are using a particular method or technique and why we are not using others, so that research results are capable of being evaluated either by the researcher himself or by others. Why a research study has been undertaken, how the research problem has been defined, in what way and why the hypothesis has been formulated. 8. What data have been collected and what particular method has been adopted. Why particular technique of analyzing data has been used, and a host of similar other questions are usually answered when we talk of research and methodology concerning a research problem or study.